Edie Lush, and I'm here in the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos at the World Economic Forum. Really pleased to be joined by Dr. Mohamed Ashmawey. Ashmawey. I said it all right?
Absolutely.
Islamic Relief. Now, tell me a little bit, first of all, about your organization.
Well, Islamic Relief was founded 30 years ago by a group of 4 students studying in Birmingham, UK. They felt the responsibility towards the brothers and sisters in humanity, and they created the organization. It started as a very, very humble and small organization. Today, after 30 years, it's the largest Muslim independent non-profit organization in the world. Our income exceeded $300 million last year, and it's growing around 30% every year. And we work in 44 different countries. The number of people that we were able to serve over the last 30 years exceeded 92 million people.
What do you do? What are some of the projects you do?
Well, as usual, like most of the organizations, they usually start by emergency work. So they hear about an emergency that happens somewhere and they run and help their brothers and sisters in humanity. But as the organization grew and became more mature, they felt their responsibilities to, you should not wait until somebody dies and then you go and help.
Right.
You should do some emergency preparedness. If you know, for example, that Bangladesh as a country most of it is like below sea level. So any small hurricane here or there can flood the country. Why wait until the next one? Why not prepare the country? And so this is what we did, emergency preparedness, disaster risk reduction. And then we also went into development. So we're trying to lift people out of poverty forever, where they would not need us anymore. Restoring dignity to mankind. Nobody wants to beg for food. So what we do is, rather than just keep going every day and feeding them, we try to help them. So when we leave the village, we're talking about, the roads are paved, water is clean, hospitals are working, and schools are built and working, and everybody has a job, so they would not need us anymore. More recently, we also entered into advocacy. And again, because it's the largest Muslim organization, we felt the responsibility to tackle issues that may be a little bit sensitive, that people would shy from, like, for example, gender-based violence in parts of the world that we are working, like female genital mutilation. We know that these are very sensitive areas. We know they're going to cause lots of irritations, but we try to tackle them tactfully.
So where are you working on FGM?
Right now in Indonesia, for example, in Asia, and in Mali and Niger in Africa. We try to work with the community. We don't try to offend anybody. We try to make them understand slowly and tactfully, as I mentioned, because at the end of the day, we want the practice to be stopped, not only to attack people or offend them.
I know you do a lot of work in the Middle East. How connected do you think the issue of poverty is to the conflict there and some of the jihad that we've seen?
We in Islamic Relief believe that if there is social justice, economical justice, and equality somehow, then most of the issues that we're seeing, be it in the Middle East or anywhere else in the world, most of the turmoils will disappear. I was just chatting with a good friend from Norway, and I asked, what makes your country so comfortable and so you guys are always so happy? And she said that it's because the difference between the richest guy in Norway and the poorest guy is so small. We try to shrink that as much as we can. So this guy is not so greedy to keep, getting richer and richer, and this guy is quite comfortable and feels that he's respected in his own country. So if that is the case, we really believe that will make major difference in the economy of the world and in the betterment of all mankind.
How closely do you work with other religious organizations?
Good question. Thank you very much. In Islamic Relief, we believe that no matter how big you are, the problems of the world are increasing, and you're not going to be able to tackle them alone. No matter how much money you make, it's like a drop in the bucket of the needs on the ground. So we always try to nourish partnerships with different organizations. We're working, for example, we just signed an MOU with the Lutheran World Federation, where we are doing projects as we speak, hand in hand, in Kenya and in Jordan for the Syrian refugees, for example. We did several projects with Caritas, with CAFOD and other faith-based organizations, and also non-faith-based organizations, secular organizations, and we're very, very proud of that.
Mohamed, thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.
Thank you.